Well, firstly, I'd like to thank everyone for watching my videos in 2024. And if you don't already subscribe, please subscribe. This is going to be my last ride of the year. And it's very cold, very misty. And we're just going to see what's out there to talk about. Probably going to talk about what bikes I'd like to buy in 2025. And just a little mooch around the Dutch countryside. So, once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel because it really helps me out. And I hope you're going to watch me next year with all my adventures. Let's go. Woo! Well, what a year! What a year! 2024. I bought this KTM 890 SMT. What we done? 10,000 kilometers or something. I can't remember. A bit more somewhere. Done loads of modifications to it. But is it time for a different bike? There's a lot of bikes out there. There's a lot of bikes out there, and a lot of choice. A lot of categories. You know, there's so much to choose from now. What do you buy? Let's put it in. Put my heated jacket on. Too many things to remember. Ooh, a little lock up on my new tyre there. Wicked. Very dangerous. Right, heated jacket's on. What a lot of kerfuffling. Jackets and zips and buttons and phone apps, helmets, gloves. Man, riding in the winter is just a suck, isn't it? Just a sucker. Man, I hate it because you can barely move in all this kit just to stay mildly warm. Right. Brand new tyre. Roads are pretty covered in crap. Now, let's talk about the year. Give way to my right. 2025 bikes, what would I choose? Depends, doesn't it, on a lot of factors. I think for me, bike at the moment is probably the new 1000 Honda by Hornet. The new Honda Hornet 1000. That's got to be my bike at the moment, I think. Difficult to know where to go on these roads because they're boring. I can't imagine there's a lot of grip on this horrible red, whatever this stuff is. Brand new tyre. 2025, bike of choice for me. I think I'd go with the Honda Hornet, the new 1000 Hornet. It's a bike I've been waiting for. I've had two 900cc Hornets back in the day, and they were some of my favourite bikes I've ever owned, and I get bored, so I've owned loads of bikes. So for me, the 1000cc, that's an interesting bike for sure. I'd definitely love to have a ride on it. 150 horsepower. I mean, this bike's probably got about 100. Do I need another 50 horsepower on the road? Just don't know, man. Don't know if anyone needs that. I mean, are you ever using it? Are you ever using 150? These bikes out there with 200 horsepower? What? 200 horsepower on a road bike? Come on now. Totally unnecessary. Can't use it all. No idea what you can see on my camera lens up there. Maybe I'll see if I can give it a wipe. Don't even know where the lens is. Oh, there. Okay, maybe you can see something, maybe not. Anyway. So this is the first time I've been out riding on my own bike for about 5 weeks. The weather in the Netherlands has just been just horrible. And this is about as dry as the roads have been for so long, and I thought it's the end of the year, I'll just try and get out on the bike one time between New Year's and Christmas and have a little chat with you all about my year, summarise my year. So in March I bought this KTM, and from then I've been making videos mostly on the bike, but all kinds of stuff really, testing out YouTube and seeing what, if anything, I can do with my channel. And I've now decided that I'd like to push it and see if I can get monetized, and then see if I can make some interesting content on motorbikes for you guys. I've tried to strike up a bit of a deal with my local bike shop, and I think that's going okay for test rides and stuff like that, and then hopefully more cool stuff can come from that in the future, so that'd be cool. But we'll see how we go. Just, if you don't ask, you don't get. The worst you can get is a no, right? So anyway, we're doing that, and I think I'm going to do see if I can get on board with a couple of other shops. And so for 2025, just concentrate on test riding bikes. I've got a potential little adventure ride tour with my brother, if I can get an off-road bike in time. I don't know whether I'm going to keep this KTM or swap it for something else. I mean, what would you buy? I mean, it's so difficult for me because I'm actually sort of looking at it in a sort of content creator's eye, you know, and the reality is that the YouTube segment for motorbikes is actually pretty small, and there's already quite a lot of people doing it, so you've got to think outside the box. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't see any UK motor vloggers doing scooters, to be honest, because scooters are not really a thing in the UK. So I'm pretty tempted to downsize and get a scooter, but I'm thinking to buy an off-road bike and a scooter, so I'm going to be a 2-bike year for 2025. It's one of those things. Just sat on this bike, I've gone about 2 minutes up the road, and I'm like, oh, I can't sell this bike. It's such a good bike. I mean, it has its faults. It's not perfect by any means. It's a KTM. We all know the stories. You know, what's its value? What's it going to be worth now it's a year old? Oh, God only knows. As a trade-in, I can't imagine I'm going to get great money. So, quick shifter still works after 5 weeks sitting in the shed. Man, this weather is atrocious. It's just no good weather. Let's give you a little wipe off wherever you are up there. Mate, it's like, I don't know, it's that weird gap between Christmas and New Year's. It's a Friday. I don't know, I suppose everyone's just going shopping. Apart from that truck driver who's delivering his stuff. Where is everybody going? This country's always mad busy though. It's just no stopping it. Oh, little ponies. Bit boring, isn't it, when you're a pony? No motorbike riding for you. Oh, look at the dry line in the middle of the road. Oh. It's ridiculous, this weather.
So if you didn't know, the Netherlands has been, so I don't know what the record was, but there was a couple of weeks ago we had a period where we hadn't seen the sun for like almost 2 weeks. So there's been no visible sun at all for almost 2 weeks. Oh man, that is just totally miserable, especially if you're a motorbike rider. Mental health, I mean, you know, just to get out on your bike and give it a squirt, and you can't, you know, there's just no incentive to get out and get on your bike at all. It's just nothing at all. But anyway, I'm out now, and hopefully I'll make a little video out of this. Maybe not. Everyone's trying to scoot around the side of this lorry, look. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon, but I'm going to jump on it in a better way. Well, there we go. Back to the subject of 2025 motorbikes. What would I buy with my money? So, sports tourer, money was no object. It'd have to be that big Ducati. Just, I couldn't buy a BMW anymore. They're just ridiculous. BMWs are just ridiculous now. I mean, I don't know. There's always been a stigma, isn't there? I mean, I've owned a couple of GS's. I've had a GS 1200, and I've had that's 2004. I had a 1200, first of the water-cooled ones, and then I had a GSA, 2013 GSA, and I love those bikes. I've got to be honest, I did absolutely love those bikes, but they've gone insane. They're just insane. There's so much on them that nobody needs. Oh, just so much unnecessary tech. I mean, this bike's got quite a bit of tech on it, and you know, once you set everything up once, you don't need it again. That's my view on it. I mean, that said, I flick between street mode and sport mode, because in street mode it's just more pleasant to bimble about like this, and in sport mode it is definitely a difference, and it's helps you out when you're going to go faster. But other than that, like turning the heating grips on and off, I don't do much else tech wise on this bike. It's got manually adjustable suspension. Don't know what else do you need. So that's why BMWs are massively out the window for me for the prices that they are now. And I'm obviously aware that the Ducati Multistrada V4 all singing and all dancing has probably got as much tech, even maybe more than a Beamer. But man, that BMW brand is pony. The older I get, the less I want one. I'm like the opposite of the of the demographic, you know. Just nah. The older I get, the less I want one of them things. So no, and then but to be fair, most of the bikes I like are Ducatis. most of the Ducatis are the kind of bikes, I don't know, they're spec'd nicely. They're way too much money, let's be fair. But the quality of them is just outstanding, just fantastic. And I'm planning on riding some more. So the only bike I've ridden really is the Diavel, which I found to be just amazing. I mean, well out of my price range, but still totally amazing. And looks wise, I think there's some of the... Oh look, my dashboard says the roads may be icy. I've never seen that before. That's cool. Okay, bye. Yeah, Ducatis, they're the bikes for me at the moment. Other bikes I like are some of the Triumphs, and I like, but I'm not sure if I'd ever put my money down on one. Like the Street triple, was it a 765? I really like the look of that. I've sat on them loads of times in the shop. And the big touring bikes, you know, in fact, really, I think Triumph have got some of the best bikes on the market at the moment. But a lot of it comes down to just what you like, isn't it? What you like the look of. So I'm not sure if I'd have my money down on the Triumph at the moment. As previously mentioned, the 1000 Hornet that's coming 2025, that I really like. And there's a bunch of scooters I'd buy, you know, like the T-Max, the X-Max, the Honda Forza 350, the 750. I'd also buy both of the ADVs, the 350 and the 750. I think they're cool looking bikes. I'm really interested in this new gearbox system from Yamaha, where it's just basically a button clicking up, clicking down. The Yamaha one at the moment looks like it's the best one that I've seen. What else? I'm just not really into these modern retro bikes particularly, although the Kawasaki one would be the pick of the bunch for me. Yeah, what else would I buy? I don't know. I do know, I'd buy loads of bikes if I had the money. Wow, these, if that guy wasn't smoking, I'd have almost said that they were coppers in that car in front of Beamer. Just got that vibe about it. I don't think coppers are smoking and tapping their ash out the window though. He's a big dog. Jeez, stop feeding your dog, mate. Massive fat dog. I wonder if anyone can see anything on these cameras. I've set a couple of cameras up just to sort of, I don't know, get a bit of a different perspective. So 2024, how was your year? I've had quite a lot of adventures on my bike. I've been over to England. I live in the Netherlands. I've been over to England at least 3 times on the bike. I went down to France on my bike. I've had 2 rear tyres. I think in the spring I'll bung a front tyre on when it gets serviced. Don't know if I'm going to sell the bike or not. Yeah, I think it's been a good year for me, 2024, motorbike wise. There was a period of my life where I wasn't really sure I wanted to own a bike anymore. It's been a bit stressful moving to another country, and to be honest with you, work hasn't been great for a number of years, and I couldn't afford to buy a motorbike at all. I mean, I could barely afford to run a car for about 2 years, so I just didn't really have any motivation around motorbikes, so I was properly out of touch with motorbikes. And even now, I feel like if I'm going to be doing this motor vlogging, I need to really get back into, you know, motorbikes as I was 15-20 years ago. I mean, I was super into motorbikes. My best mate used to go racing, used to follow him around the country. Just just a little squirt. Yeah, I used to watch racing, and I used to ride a lot. And I think that the more you ride, the more interesting the bikes become. So I think that's the thing for me, is I need to just ride as much as possible. And I'm going to try a few things. I tell you what, one thing I'd like to try is I'd like to try going on like a short tour, maybe like a 4 or 5 day, 1 week tour with a complete stranger. Just doesn't matter what bike you ride, doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, probably going to be sharing a hotel room, so probably not a great idea to be female, but I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't rule it out. A bit more expensive because you're going to need 2 rooms, but anyway, I'm quite up for that. I reckon that would be quite an interesting dynamic, just to sort of vlog meeting somebody on a motorbike for the first, you know, literally, I live in the Netherlands, put an advert out in the UK, do you want to go on a trip to south of Spain, 1 week, whatever you like, no route planned, let's meet up online, make a bit of a itinerary, get on the ferry, I'll meet you in France and we'll go from there. I think that would be a really cool thing to do as a person, but also quite a cool thing to film. So that's something I'm going to try. I've also got another couple of ideas for when my channel grows, but we'll see about those. And I mean, money willing, if I had money, then I think I'd probably just go and buy 5 different bikes and do loads of adventures on them all. You know, if I had the money, it wouldn't matter, would it? You just go and do whatever you want to do. But I don't have the money. And also, I'd like to do more with newer bikes. I want to sort of ride. I want to ride more bikes. Basically, I want to ride. You can definitely go, mate. It's on the green. I'm gonna try with my brand new tyre. Oh, yeah. I'm quite nervous of this back tyre in this crappy, snotty weather. Yeah, it was fun. So yeah, I mean, I've got this YouTube bug, and I want to do more stuff. Literally, Dean does stuff. So we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see what energy it brings. Oh mate, 2 days ago there was a car crash on this little bit of road here. Some guy in a Corvette managed to wang himself in the ditch somewhere. Just seeing if I can see where he went in. I think it was the day after Christmas, or it might have been Christmas Day. Quite amusing. It's not obvious to me where he went in, but it was just on it. It was just in the news, the local news. What a douchebag. Never mind. He'll be insured. Oh, the car was written off. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. Anyway, 2025. It's going to be a good year. Can I part with the KTM? I just don't know. And I'm not going to be able to make enough money quick enough to buy all the bikes that I want to buy. It'll take me years to get to that level. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what adventures we can do. I'm sure there's plenty of adventures to be had. Anyway, there we go. There's my little attempt at a video. I'm going to leave the camera rolling for a bit and see what else I can film along the way in this misty weather. Crap weather. Who knows? Something, nothing. Man, this road is horrendous. Well, there we go. That's the end of my little ride. Last ride of 2024. And I'm sure almost no one's going to watch this video, but well, anyway, thanks for watching. And this last little bit back to my little storage facilities where my bike sleeps in the dry and the relative warm. Not that warm. Dry anyway.
So that's it. That's the last ride of the year done. And thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the new year. Happy New Year. Bye for now.